Alpha told Sid that Cult of Diablos is an enormous organization that runs on a global scale, and in order to fight it, they needed to split. Sid feels that's just a nice way of telling him that they are now grown up, want their freedom, and don't want to continue playing this fighting the cult game. When Sid turns 15, he enrolls in the same school as his sister in the royal capital of Midgar Kingdom. 7 months into his academy life, Sid continues to live as a background character and make friends with Skell, Edel, and Potato, other bottom-of-the-pile nobles like him. While heading to school, Skell and Po remind Sid that as he scored the worst in the test, his penalty is to confess to the most sought-after girl in school and suffer her rejection. Arriving at school, they see the girl in question, Princess Alexia Midgar, who rejects another guy's confession. However, Sid is excited about it, wanting to experience such confession as a background character. That evening, he goes to confess to Alexia, shaking and muttering. He feels he done a great job as a background character confession. However, to his surprise, she accepts, stating she was waiting for someone like him. The rumors quickly spread and people start to wonder who is Sid and what's so great about him. Sid, Skell, and Po wonder why she accepted and guess that if she accepted Sid, even Skell and Po would have a chance. Alexia then joins them at lunch, which surprises other students as that's the lower nobility section. She gets served lots of food and comments she can't eat it all. Sid then gladly started eating her food, in an attempt to make her dump him. Alexia heard that he is studying Royal Bushin fencing and wants to practice together. Sid states he is in the lowest sections, but Alexia explains she put a good word for him and she got him in Section 1. Later Sid joins Section 1 team, where their advisor is Xenon Griffey, the official royal fencing instructor. Sid practices with Alexia, and notices that her attacks never land. She is slow and doesn't use much magic, but realizes it's because the practice is to review their strokes and counterstrokes. While he finds her technique good, he thinks it's bland. After the practice, Alexia states he has good fencing style, but hates it as it feels she is looking at herself. Alexia tells Xenon that she is Sid's girlfriend now, who tells her that won't change the fact that she is betrothed to him, even if it's still a public secret. Sid then realizes what is going on. After that, Sid asks Alexia that she just wanted someone to help her get out of the engagement with Xenon, and chose a low-class aristocrat, whom she could easily control. As she confirms, Sid states he doesn't want more attention and isn't interested in being mixed up in her problems. Alexia tells him that's a bit cold from him, as she knows he fake confessed to her, since his friends easily told her everything. She tells him that if the student body learns she toyed with a young girl's heart, he will not see a peaceful day in the academy. Alexia wants to continue the boyfriend act, until Xenon gives up. Sid notes that he may not give up as it's clear Sid is out of Alexia's league. Alexia knows it, but wants to buy some time and then she will deal with it somehow. Alexia takes out and throws a gold coin. Staring at it, Sid asks her if he looks like a type that can be brought. Alexia confirms and so does Sid. As she throws another coin, he jumps and gets it with his mouth, while acting like a dog. Sid notes that his parents' allowance isn't enough to carry his eminence in shadow operation and can't let this chance slip up. Sid decides to continue being her boyfriend and is glad that the students focus on her having a boyfriend and not him, which lets him being the background boyfriend character. In public Alexia is prudent, but behind the scenes, she constantly badmouths Xenon. Sid decides to not argue with her and just agrees to everything she says. Sid wonders what is so bad about Xenon and Alexia states it's easy to pretend to be nice. She also judges people by flaws. Xenon doesn't have any, which is not normal for a human. While ridding the train, Alexia tells Sid that he has the fencing basics, but nothing more than that. Yet she can't take her eyes off him. He wonders what with her today as her fencing was unusually aggressive and sloppy. Alexia reveals she always wanted to be as good as her sister. She She didn't have what her sister had and decided to become stronger by herself. They ended up calling Alexia the fencing ordinaire. It's unfortunate that Sid's fencing is ordinary like hers. However, Sid doesn't find it unfortunate and states he likes her fencing. Alexia reveals that her sister told her the same thing after she suffered humiliating defeat at the Bushin festival. But her sister couldn't understand how pathetic Alexia was feeling. Sid explains that he isn't a great person and wouldn't care if someone kills 1,000,000 people. But there are things that people find worthless, but to him they are the most precious things in life, which is why he likes her fencing style. Alexia draws her sword and asks him what he means by that. Sid states he gets pissed off when people diss the things he likes. The train stops and Alexia leaves, telling Sid goodbye, making him guess this is the end of his unwanted relationship. Skell and Po apologize to Sid for telling everything to Alexia, but wonder how far he got with her while dating her for 2 weeks. Sid states he didn't get anywhere, which annoys them as they state they would have gone all the way. At the school gate, Xenon and 2 other men stop Sid and his friends. Xenon states Sid should know that Alexia didn't return to her dorm last night and they are investigating it as a potential kidnapping. Since Sid was the last person seen with her, he is their first suspect. As he sees more knights, Sid surrenders and realizes he is in big trouble.